And on the morrow Justine died.
You did not speak then?
What could I say? Mr. Walton, what would you have said?
I know not. Please. I do not accuse. I do not mean to torture you any more than...
I cannot be tortured any more than I am. Then I thought I had reached my limit. If I had but guessed. Gods.
Elizabeth? Elizabeth?
Here.
Why do you sit in the dark?
It suits my mood. When I reflect on the miserable death of Justine Moritz, I no longer see the world and its works as they before appeared to me.
Please,
I feel as if I were walking on the edge of a precipice, towards which thousands are crowding and endeavouring to plunge into the abyss.
Father needs
William
you to...
and Justine were assassinated, and the murderer walks free.
We retired to our house at Bellerive.
I have been the author of unutterable evils. The monster I have created will perpetrate more wickedness as long as anyone I love remains. I shall live in fear. I should plunge into this silent lake, that the waters might close over me and my calamities forever. Who's that? My mind. Must clear my mind.
Trees lie broken. Mists rise from the rivers. Stones roll down glaciers. Come on! Ignorant beast! You... Come on! Forward! I shall leave you here then. Go! Watch me, mule! See me traverse the ice! Wandering spirits! Allow me this faint happiness, or take me as your companion away from the joys of life! What? Where? There! The wretch! Frankenstein! Wretch! Demon! Dare you approach me? Oh, that I could, with the extinction of your life, restore those victims you have so diabolically murdered!
I shall speak and you shall listen!
I shall not!
You must! You, my creator, detest and spurn me, thy creature! You want to kill me? You who made me? How dare you sport us with life?
Abhorred monster! Fiend that thou art! The tortures of hell are too mild a vengeance for thy crimes. You reproach me with your creation. Come on then, that I may extinguish the spark I so negligently bestowed!
Remember, thou hast made me more powerful than thyself. But I will not be tempted to set myself in opposition to thee. I ought to be thy Adam, but I am rather the fallen angel whom thou drivest from joy for no misdeed. I was benevolent and good, but misery made me a fiend. Make me happy, and I shall again be virtuous.
Leave my sight.
Do your duty towards me, and I shall do mine towards you and the rest of mankind. If you will comply with my conditions, I will leave you at peace. But if you refuse, I will glut the maw of death until it be sated with the blood of your remaining friends.
Cursed be these hands that formed you!
Stafford, Part 2. Frankenstein has been brought on board a ship bound for the North Pole. The creature he created has murdered his brother, and a young woman has hung for the crime, while Frankenstein remains silent. He tracks the creature to the mountains.
See, I lit a fire for you. Sit, warm yourself. Now, listen.
Yes.
It is with considerable difficulty that I remember the original era of my being. And it was a long time before I learned to distinguish between the operations of my senses. In the forest near Ingolstadt, I lay by the side of a brook until, tormented by hunger and thirst, I learnt to slake my thirst from the brook and ate some berries that were lying on the ground. Before I had quitted your apartment, I had covered myself with some clothes, but these did not fit. I was a poor, helpless, miserable wretch. I knew nothing. Soon, a gentle light stole over the heavens and gave me a sensation of pleasure. I struck off through the wood toward the rising sun, at length discovering open country. In the distance, I perceived a small hut, a sight new to me.